America has put out the wrong message to say that women don't lie, because that's a lie. Mm-hmm. They have put out the wrong messaging to say that women should not be held accountable for their actions or because you're now saying that women have the right to have a disassociation with accountability and responsibility. To me, if you're attending these parties, knowing the premise and knowing the objectives of the party, why go? Why no one can make you or Sam take drugs unless you want to take drugs. If you want to smoke a joint, you want to smoke a joint, okay? No one can force that on you. Now, it's a difference if someone held you down by force and poured liquor down, poured it in your mouth. That's different. But how does one get to say that I willingly attended the party, I drove myself to the party, I caught an Uber to the party, I flew in for the party, but I was fearful that if I didn't do it, I wasn't going to be able to do X, Y, Z. So what? Okay, how many people get terminated from jobs today because they didn't want to pick up the trash or clean the bathroom? Right. There's no legal case being filed against some employee who said, well, that wasn't part of my job description, but they wanted me to sweep the floors. And I felt that was degraded. You had the ability to walk away, go change jobs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Capitalism. Because America's becoming a socialist country. It's a communist country today. Well, one of the things they told me was that he was at the house one night, and we were talking, and he started laughing. He said, Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about? And I said, I had pretty conventional thinking about it at that point. And I said, I think it's about women having the right to work, getting equal pay with men, just like they won the right to vote. And he started to laugh. He said, you're an idiot. And I said, why am I an idiot? He said, let me tell you what that was about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded Women's Lib, and we're the ones who got all over the newspapers and television, the Rockefeller Foundation. He says, and you want to know why? He said, there were two primary reasons. And one reason was we couldn't tax half the population before Women's Lib. And the second reason was, now we get the kids in school at an early age. We can indoctrinate the kids how to think. It breaks up their family. The kids start looking at the state as the family, as the school, as the officials, as their family, not as the parents teaching them. And so those are the two primary reasons for Women's Lib, which I thought up to that point was a noble thing. When I saw their intentions behind it, where they were coming from when they created it, the thought of it, I saw the evil behind what I thought was a noble adventure.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and nephew sisters out there. Onto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. The one is the edifying show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. The interview that placed in the beginning of the video was, I forgot this guy's name, Andrew something, and he claimed to be a lawyer, or not a lawyer, a consultant to Bill Cosby, and he was the only person that was a man of color to be part of Cosby's team. And he was breaking something down about this whole Diggler situation, which there's other clips I got to take in to show you what he was breaking down. And he dropped a bombshell to me as I was listening to him, especially when he's talking about the Cosby situation, which I mentioned in a previous show. Slacker. But that has nothing. Cosby didn't have nothing to do with this particular show. Is what he said, which a lot of people today are too politically correct to state the facts, to state the truth. And he sat there and he said exactly what needed to be said when it comes to these women. Now we know this is biblical, all right, what the Lord has done. However, the spirit of America is clear. The spirit of America is the spirit of a woman. All right, and female nature has a very deceitful nature to themselves, very destructive, and it needs to be guided. But America, on the other hand, said, nope, you can do as you please. There's no consequences or repercussions. And this goes back to, which I was gonna bring this later, but I might as well bring it. Goes back to Eden. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick since I was already here. Sirach 25 and 25. To the point. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. Now we know, something just came in mind. I'm trying to make this long, but we know who's responsible for a lot of things. Matter of fact, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devises iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in their power of their hand. And we know for a fact the wicked is Esau Edom. And he passes laws, unrighteous laws. Isaiah 10:1. That's what I had in mind. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and write grievousness which they have prescribed. So the ones that's in power are allowing all these wicked rules, these wicked sayings to take place. And reasoning why they allow that to happen, because they want to bring this mass confusion. Now, what does mass confusion has to do with this? Well, it disrupts the whole entire family. That's why it says Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 10:2 to the point. It says the 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority the city shall be inhabited. So these are unwise kings that rules. All right. This is why I had to go into the history real quick to the point. Esther 1:15. When you read it, the king Ahasuerus, which is how can I not say this guy's name? It'll come to me. Xerxes, which is another name for Xerxes. He summoned his wife, and she caught a little titty fit. So when she caught the little titty fit, the man, the king and his council was like, yo, if she's a queen, she's disobeying you. Imagine what they're going to do to our women. Like, nah, you got to do something about that. When it gets to the point, he says, Esther 1:15, it says, what shall we do unto the queen Vishna according to the law, because she have not performed the commandment of the king, assured by the chamberlains. Now, you know how deep that is? I was just watching, what is this called? Manosphere. And, matter of fact, Slakia, let me do this real quick. I wanted to add this to the thing, so I don't want to do it the hard way. So here it is.
Stop the video and give commentary. If you haven't seen the trailer, the link is in the description. You've been warned.
We weren't meant to be on this earth by ourselves. We wasn't meant to do life alone. My king, he's out there somewhere. And now I have a second chance to get it right.
Delusions. Now, you had be quiet. You have a particular case in the scriptures when you had a woman that was actual queen. And let's break down the status of a king. There's no one above a king, period. All right. The only thing that's above a king will be a prophet, but that's in a certain case. Prophets know how to not talk to the king any way they want, because at the end of the day, it's up to the king's rule. So here it is. I brought that out because who's she getting? Lisa Ray, as fine as she was, I believe. Oh, Lisa Ray. What is the other bitch name? Candace Mitchell. Who cares about her? She don't like the Most High. She's against the scriptures. And Delicious from Flavor Love, and they're in this show. They looking for a king, but here it is, a woman in the scriptures who has a king, and despite she's in a high status, still wanted to disrespect them. All right, so it doesn't matter your status. It doesn't. These women, the female nature, self-centered, selfish, and if you don't put it in play, if you don't correct it right then and there, they will lose it. This is why the scripture says, "Give not a woman liberty." All right, don't leave no passage for water, because you give an inch, they will take 10 miles. And this is why the king had to stop it right then and there. And these are heathens, by the way. So they know how to keep their family in order. But for you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly, Southern tribe, you allow your women to do whatever they want to do. It says, and Mekan answered before the king, the princes Vishnu, the queen, have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all princes. So when you do something and you have a king, which a king in this case, this was the actual king, but this in a relationship, a man is a king to a woman. So when you go against his rule, you affect others. This is why they tell women, single women, married women, that to be around single women, because the single women would destroy that which you establish. All right, that you establish. So you affect others. And I was watching. What does it matter? I was watching. I forgot the name of the damn thing. But people tend to always put people into their relationships, right? Everybody have this thing going on with celebrities, who's doing who, what's doing what, how they got married, and all this madness got nothing to do with them. Keep your thing in order, but when you're in the public eye, people tend to mimic what those that are on top is. So this is what they were saying. Like, look, she didn't only disrespect you, my king. She disrespected all of us. It says to all people and to all people. And they are in all province of the king Ashurus, which is Xerxes. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes when it shall be reported, the king Ashurus or Xerxes commanded Vishnu, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not. So this is a wise counsel. But what did Esau did? He turned everything upside down. All right? He turned everything upside down. This is why you will have celebrities. And you had magazines with celebrities and their relationships back in the days. You got the soap opera, that whole industry to just do what? To disrupt and destroy the household. And it says, likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media So they're thinking for the broader spectrum. Say this day unto all the kings, princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. And that's what's happening in America. It's too much contempt and wrath. All right? It's too much confusion. It's just too much. It says, if it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and Medes, and be not altered, that Vishnu come no more before the king. And Xerxes, let because it's hard, and let the king give her a royal estate unto another that is better than she. So replace that bitch. All right, replace her. And everybody. Scripture says, if your wife, hold on, we go back to this real quick. Sirach, I believe it's 25. It says that 25 and 24, 25 and 26. If she go not thy way, if she go not thou wouldest have her. So if a man tells his woman, do something, she refuse you, she's argumentative, she's combative, all this madness. This is what the scripture says. Cut her off from thy flesh. Don't give her second, third, fourth chance. Cut her off. And give her a bill of divorce and let her go. But the problem today, what Esau did, he cooked in the books, is that if you decide to do that, you lose. You lose. And you're not losing because you lose a wife. You lose your financial and your materialistic things that you work hard for. So this is an unjust king that rules this world. And time passed, they were more wiser than this. Showing that Esau is not, he doesn't do things for the beneficial of man. He does it to do what? To destroy everything. All right. So the king did what his councilmen told him. It says, and when the king decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, because it was like 125 provinces, which is more than 50 states. It says, all the wives shall give their husbands honor, both to great and small, so that it wouldn't matter, they would be in order. And the problem today, modern women today, they don't like to be in order. All right, because Esau, the devil, has crept up in there. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. 1 Timothy 5 and 12. No, sorry. I started 14. Point is at 15. I would therefore that the younger women bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversaries to speak reproachfully. And they did the opposite, especially the black woman. All right, the end up, she did the complete opposite. All right, this world was nothing but out of order, and this is why I may make that statement. They said the government made a big mistake because everything's not their fault. You know, it's all about their feelings because they're trying to push this evil agenda. It says, for some are already turned aside after Satan. So here it is in Satan's playground, and they keep telling by the year 2030, Lord willing, we don't even see that. But if they get to that point, the majority of women will be childless and single because of this madness that's being spread. All right. This madness that's being spread right now has poisoned all sorts of relationships, all sorts of anything that's the Lord established in order. This is why this man has to go. Because if this man don't go, there will be nothing left. All right? The destruction of the nuclear family is at hand. All right, is at hand. And these women are very weak when it comes to because they're disobedient by nature. They're very disobedient by nature. You know, you tell a woman this, she does the complete opposite. Because Satan got her. So, was it Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 22? Thinking of? Salakia. Let me get this real quick. Sirach 21, Salakia. No, I'm sorry. 28. It says, Sirach 28 and 13. Curse the whisperer and the double-tongued, for such have destroyed many that were at peace. So when you go, always bring this up. I'm just going to quote it. Genesis, the 3rd chapter. All right. I was thinking about it all day. From the the first book of the scriptures, every event was a lesson to learn. And this particular thing was what? Never trust thy enemy. Be mindful of everybody. All right, especially it says, and for women to obey, because Eve didn't obey. And when the serpent came in, he beguiled her. All right, he was a whisperer. When you go into the word serpent, is a Hebrew word nakash. All right, it was talking about a wizard, somebody that casts spells. So, and when you read down, it tells you a whisperer. So it says, "Curse the whisperer, double-tongued, for such have destroyed many that were at peace." And what did he do? He destroyed that peace that had between the man and his woman, which is Adam and Eve. That serpent disrupt that peace by telling her the things that she wanted to hear. So it's no different now than it was back then. Is that there's more Eves out there. It says, "A backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down, overthrown house of great men." And I just read about a king. So that particular king, if he didn't put his foot down, his whole entire empire would have been chaotic. All right? His whole entire empire would have been chaotic. So what is Esau really trying to do? Esau is really trying to destroy everything. The entire nuclear family. The entire concept. It says, "Backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors." And now you have one sector of women that say they rather go back to the old ways. Then you have another sector that's delusional, that want to have both things both ways. They want to be modern and they want to have traditional men. So basically, they're disquieted. They have nothing. They live by chaotic means. So whoso hearken unto it shall never find rest. And the feminism has destroyed everything. This is what what's his name? Aaron Russo was told by one of the Rockefellers, Nick Rockefeller, that they allowed women to vote because of them bringing in confusion to tax both sides so they can make income from both sides, which will destroy the household, period. And a lot of these women drunk that Kool-Aid to this day and live by that Kool-Aid. Complain about the one thing, and then nobody's telling them, you have a group of men that's telling them it's their fault, but no matter what, they're being backed up. So like the man said, it was the worst thing that they could ever have done. To tell these women that the things that they're doing is nothing. It says never dwell quietly. All right? This is why a lot of these women are chaotic. 1 Timothy 2:13, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression, meaning she broke the law. She was responsible. And when you read Genesis, the 3rd chapter, she did not want to be accountable for anything. It was just a bunch of people pointing fingers. All right? That's all it was. So to this day, they enforce this madness to keep everybody in total chaos, because Esau is he's a very unwise king. All right, which I'm gonna end it off on this. I might as well read the whole thing then. Isaiah 47. Let me see something. Yeah. Isaiah 47, this is talking about America and the mindset that America has. It says, come down and sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate, because a woman's nature is to be feminine. These women today are the complete opposite of feminine. All right, they're masculine. So this queendom is being run by madmen, and the same people that will understand these things fail to realize that it was old white men that decided to allow you women, gave you the power to do the madness that you're doing. All right? And keep pushing these narratives and tell you, oh, you don't have to be responsible for anything. But since you have the mindset of America, since you have the mindset of this world, this is what the Lord said. It says, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Meaning you being exposed. All right? In the ancient world, women cover themselves. Today, you can see it, the whole Kit Kat and everything. So it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, that shame shall be seen. And they have no shame. Why? Because they're encouraged to have no shame. They're told that the things that they're doing is not their fault. They're not responsible for anything. So this is the spirit of America. But here's the catch-22. This is why I wanted to bring this out. It says I would take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So Yahweh Shai is not coming back to be your equal or to show that he can. He's coming back to take vengeance. Meaning he's coming back to destroy this place. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit down silent, get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, a queendom. I was wroth with my people. The Lord is angry with his people, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is why the whole entire family structure is destroyed. All right, it tells you that the Lord's people, that women rule over them. All right, it tells you in Jeremiah the 31st chapter. I'm just going to quote it. That the Lord made a new thing. That new thing is what? That women should compass a man. So with the laws, the laws of the land that's cooked up for for this land, now guess what? Because it's cooked up for this land to do whatever they want to do. The people follow the leaders of this land. Now you're about to be judged. Despite you don't want to be accountable for something, this whole land is about to be accountable for their own destruction. How you like that? It says, I was rough with my people, I polluted my inheritance, I've given them into thy hand, I showed them no mercy. Upon the ancient have thy very heavily laid thy yoke. Which means the old man, the young man, the old woman was mistreated. And I saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou shouldest not lay these things into thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. And why is that written that way? Because in the grand scheme of things, everybody's going to pay for their sins, especially you women. You will be judged. All right? Everything that they do, they don't consider the wrongs that they did, how many lives that they affected. So this is the Lord saying, look, I'm going to come to destroy this place. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, and dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So the arrogancy, the pride, all right, that's the demeanor of an undisciplined woman. So America is the forefront of that. You don't think nothing bad is going to happen to you at all, because the leaders tell you that. But these two things shall come up to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. And widowhood means no husband. When you read 2 Ezra 16th chapter, it says the virgin shall mourn, having no groom, no bridesmaids. So no man is gonna get to a point where no man is gonna take arms and protect women, period. All right, this is before the destruction. All right, everything's as an example for a bigger picture with the Most High. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, which is ICBM nuclear missiles, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. Enchantments is something that they keep pushing. But thou hast trust in thy wickedness, that has said, none seeth me. The scripture says in Proverbs, let me get that real quick. Was it Proverbs or was it, let's see. I think it's in Proverbs. So that's in Sirach. Sirach. Oh. Well, there's one of them. No. Let me see. That's. Okay. It is. Let me see. gotta do it the hard way. Should be Proverbs. And it was a long shot. I had to do it like this. It should say I know it was a long shot. Oh. There it is. Proverbs 30, I don't know why, 30 and 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. What is adultery? It's when a woman sleeps with another man, when she's married to another man. All right? She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. And that's the average hoe out here. Where did he get this mindset? The U.S. government is pushing this madness, and these people are falling for it. This is why it says what it says. It says, for that has trust in thy wickedness, that I have said, none seeth me. So when she does something wrong, she believes that no, she can't be judged by it. All right? It's the man's fault. He did this. He did that. He didn't give her the attention that she needed. All this madness. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge have perverted thee. And I said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Because that's how every woman thinks. So, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. Desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And that's talking about what? The judgment. The ICBM nuclear missiles bombarding America. All right? 200 million missiles is going to rain on America. That is its judgment for the wickedness that they have done. So if America's going to be judged and everything's out of order, you women are going to be judged. I just wanted to bring that as an example to show you that spirit will tell you. The other one is in Revelation 17, talking about that great whore that sit upon the scarlet colored beast, which is America. So the vibration of this land is the spirit of a woman. But guess what? This woman is going to be judged. So all you women out there, you're on the wrong side of history. All right? The wrong side of history. So with that being said, I'm saying real quick to the spirit. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.